up, everyone? It is your favorite skinny average icon legend and superstar, Ionakana Christopher Koza, and today in the studio with me for our quarantine episode of CLOUT the podcast, I am joined by the lovely, talented, amazing talent producer, Teboho Lengane, from Legacy Entertainment.
Well, thank you.
And we will be talking about relationships. We'll be talking about normal relationships, LGBTQIA relationships, and we'll be just talking about monogamy and polyamorous relationships. So you do not want to miss this. So stay tuned to the episode. But in the meantime, I'd like to let you know that this, however, is a sponsorship deal and it is a sponsored video, and thanks to my amazing sponsors, Bleep. Now, a little bit later in the show, I'll let you know, guys, what Bleep is, but it's an amazing app where you can create content and get paid for it directly from channels. So currently on this platform, we currently have BET, we have E-Entertainment, and whatever video you make and they pick it up, you get paid for it immediately. So you don't want to miss this opportunity. So instead of wasting your time on TikTok, I think it's time for you to waste time on Bleep so you can get that coin, honey. You need that coin. So stay tuned, listen to the episode, and you will hear everything you need to hear about Bleep. But if you don't have the time to listen to what Bleep is all about, click on the link on the description box of this video. But until then, let us get into it. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our conversation, and do welcome my lovely guest, Teboho Lengane.
Come on, stop saying it like that. You know that's not how it's pronounced.
Okay, how do you want to pronounce
anyway,
it?
It's fine.
How do you
Hi
want to pronounce
everyone. It is an honor to be a part of today's podcast, especially during the quarantine, because we get bored at home with nothing to do. We've probably done most of the things that anyone can do at home. We've played with our fathers, played with our mothers. They've seen that some of us actually use
Play with your father.
left hands. But I'm just saying,
no.
for some, I'm not speaking for myself. I'm just saying for everyone. Like some people who are there with their fathers. I mean, me and you, we know our situations.
Oh yeah, hell
Anyway, yeah. Thank you, and I hope you'll enjoy our conversations. And remember that everything that we just say here is based on personal experience and personal opinions, and if you choose to disagree or want to engage as well, comment down below.
I mean, I think everyone knows that the comment section is open for them to do whatever they want to say. I mean, it is the internet at the end of the day, so everyone is welcome to have their opinion, even though your opinion may not be the greatest. We still want you to have your own opinion.
No, there's no such thing as your opinion is not the greatest. It's just a matter of, if we feel like your opinion is narrow-minded, then we can just shine light on whatever little information you may have regarding the LGBTIQA plus community and relationships in the entire spectrum.
Now when you talk about A plus, I'm thinking of that meme. There's this meme, a Korean student coming home with the B on the report card, and they're like, "Are you Bayesian?" I don't think so. You're Asian. And I was like, "Oh my god!"
Oh wow! Oh okay.
I'm thinking of that meme right now.
Because Asian students are
always A students. Apparently,
okay.
That's the stereotype.
That's the stereotype.
That they are A students.
Anyways, so you said the topic is relationships.
I wanted to actually jump into a former situation that I had,
Okay.
of a relationship, but
Which one?
I can't.
I'm sorry, you've had a
It clearly looks like this episode is going to be reads and drags, so it's okay. It's okay.
No.
And for those that don't know what is a read or a drag, don't worry, you'll get it.
Just watch. What is it called again?
What?
The show?
What show?
The ones with the trans?
Trans. What?
Electra.
Oh, Pose.
Yes, watch Pose. So, I think it's season 2.
No, it's season 1 that's only available.
Season 1? Yeah. Where she reads fulfilled.
It's season 1. Because they haven't done season 2 yet.
Okay. Let me clear my throat to lubricate and then
Lubricate
I'll read.
and read. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Now, when I don't even, before we actually discussed, chose this topic to be specific, I didn't think I was actually going to be able to talk about it from a personal experience. But now I'm like, oh my God, I actually want to talk about this. And,
Do I have any knowledge of it?
oh, you do?
Okay. Hence I asked which one is it.
The Shay.
Okay.
The Shay. Weren't you in
Oh.
a polyamorous relationship last year?
No, I was not in a polyamorous relationship.
The person that you were
I
with was making you a polyamorous, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, look. My personal experience, I was never in a polyamorous relationship.
But the person that was
no,
with
here's
you.
the thing. Here's the thing with polyamorous relationships is that when you're in a polyamorous relationship, the people that you're involved with, they have to know what's going on.
Exactly.
So if you're not forthcoming about it, then clearly you were deceiving not just them, but yourself as well.
But okay, now that we like literally going into this topic, I feel like we need to literally clear up what is a polyamorous relationship.
Because he asked me to marry him and move in with him. So was it a polyamorous relationship? No.
But he was still seeing boys.
Did I know about that?
You do know about that.
Exactly. Only you knew.
Hell no, I'm not a victim. I am not the suspect. I'm not the. this is not
Anyways, let's
NCIS
not
or Law and
digress.
Order. Because I'm not coming forward with that nonsense.
Oh hell no! I'm setting Mariska Hajite on you.
Nah, I'm doing nothing.
She's coming for your ass.
Anyway, I think we need to first clear up what is a polyamorous relationship.
Okay.
For people to be aware, because I think it's the same thing with my situation. It's what about yours is that I was not aware that it's a polyamorous relationship, but what I knew was that it was a seasonal relationship where 6 months of the year I'm with the person,
Okay,
6 months of the year I'm not with the
before you
person.
continue, can I just get the polyamorous relationship out of the way?
Yeah.
So in polyamorous relationship, it just means that you are seeing different people at the same time for different reasons. So you might say that you're seeing 5 people, and then out of the 5, the one you see them because of this, and then the other one because of a different reason from the other 3, and the third one different reason from the other ones, and so on and forth. So it's just that, but you have to be very, 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 very transparent with them that look, you're not the only one. I'm seeing a different number of people. Therefore, what we have, is just this, so that the other person doesn't have misconstrued expectations from whatever interaction you have with them. So that's it.
So
Polyamory.
So in summary, tenderness temp. For South African listeners, tenderness temp, right?
The thing with that is polyamory, you don't have to be married.
You don't have to be married, but
with
I'm saying
polygamy,
in polygamy you have to be married, but I'm saying polyamorous is the same.
It's the same, but without
It's the same,
marriage
but without the
type
marriage.
of thing. It's not because some people in a polyamorous relationship, you don't need to have, like the physical with all of them. I mean, it's not safe for anyone in that situation.
I mean, but
If
you
you're
have
doing
people
it with
that are
all
like
of them.
swingers.
Pardon?
Swingers.
Yeah, we get swingers do it together. I mean, if me and you are together, then we decide to go to a club and be swingers.
But I mean,
but
but
we
not
do it
not
with,
club per se. But I'm saying there are people that are like
oh,
in a contractual relationship with other swingers to say, okay, Monday to Wednesday it's you and this person, and then Thursday to Friday. I mean, Thursday until Saturday, so it's this person. Like if it's a contractual or like a mutual agreement.
But then, what? How do I put this in the simplest way? So when you say Monday to Friday you're with this person, and then Saturday to Tuesday you're with this person, what will you be doing with those people?
I mean, it depends.
Question.
I could be with the person for the emotional connection and the intimacy. Then I could be with the other person just because, hey.
But it doesn't have a time. It doesn't have a time allocation.
It doesn't. Polyamorous doesn't.
Yes.
Yeah, polyamory, no.
It doesn't. Like I was in a polyamorous relationship a while. decades ago. Don't
Oh.
ask me how old I am. Decades ago, I was in a polyamorous relationship.
I mean, it
because
shows
the
how
thing
young
is,
I am. It shows
because
how young all the listeners, it shows how young I am. When he says decades, it shows that I'm still the young one.
you're younger than me, so I don't
No,
understand.
I'm still young.
Either way, okay. So I was in that situation. I was in a polyamorous relationship, and it was for different reasons with each person. Because there was one where I felt comfortable to not even just be comfortable, but actually I enjoyed specific things with specific people, and I enjoyed keeping that company around. You know, until to this day, I still do, but I don't put myself in that situation anymore. You know, I'd rather just it was a serious relationship and then a polyamorous situation. Then I was like, nah, okay, fine. I see this is not good. This is not working for me because I mean, at the end of the day, someone has to leave at some point, and then when they leave, do I have to go and look for someone else to fill that spot again? Then I decided, okay, let me just try multi dating, and then multi dating, I was like, okay, cool. It's cute and all that, but let me go for a relationship again. And well, we both know how that went. But either way, just relationships. Okay, fine. So my issue
Well,
here is
okay. Now that we've addressed polyamorous,
mm-hmm.
can we now go back to the people and address what the hell is monogamy? Because I know this is one thing that right now, not millennials per se, but I'm gonna say this current generation just does not. I mean, I'm gonna put it this way. As an ex-homosexual, yes, because I'm an ex-homosexual. As an ex-homosexual, I love monogamy. I love having the person that is mine belonging to me. I believe in that. I want the dates. I want everything. I want what belongs to me.
So you basically just want the person to yourself.
I want the person to myself. And right now, the problem is with trends, not trends per se, but like what people do is, fine, I'll say I'll be in a committed relationship with this person, but the minute I start talking to someone else, I'm feeling something else with someone else. And at the same time, I will step out of that relationship and I'll be doing other things with that someone else.
Okay, without
That just breaks the whole thing of monogamy. It's no longer a monogamous relationship, but then again, it's like, does monogamy still exist in the century? Because everyone is just cheating on anyone and trying to keep it a secret that I'm cheating.
I think here's the thing. A lot of things in society are social constructs. That's what I believe firstly.
Period.
And monogamy is just, I mean, why do we have the labels for these situations? If not social constructs. Do you get it?
I get what you're saying, but I
Yeah.
just want to put this out quickly.
Wait. So
Okay.
I believe that in as much as we can debate about, oh, everyone belongs to one person, it's not the same for everyone. You know, it's not the same for everyone. Some people, they believe that they are meant to be with only one person. Some people believe that they are meant to be with multiple people. And some people believe that they're just supposed to be, you know, like birds and just fly wherever the wind blows. You know?
Why?
You see, because we know the birds never fly in the opposite direction of the wind.
Never.
Yeah. So it's just a thing of personal preference. Your preference.
True.
You say
True.
you prefer monogamy.
I do.
You prefer monogamy, and that's your preference. No one can ever shun you for that. And someone else prefers polyamory. Someone else prefers polygamy. Right now we're looking at the issue of polyandry now. Since there's polygamy, we're looking at polyandry. Like, is it okay for a woman to have multiple husbands at the same time? You see, so it's just the thing of social constructs. Because I mean,
it's social construct because it's a double standard issue.
Why?
It go back to a double standard.
If a man is allowed to have multiple wives, why wouldn't a woman be allowed to have multiple husbands?
Double standard.
And here's the thing. Now, what comes into this debate or conversation is the issue of culture, the issue of belief, the issue of values, and the issue of just personal preference. Because you might stem from a certain culture but have different beliefs and values outside of the culture, like that are just outside of the culture, like not of that culture.
Yeah.
So it differs for different people, different strokes for
Different folks.
exactly. So that's the thing. It's just the social construct. It's just I believe that it's a system that was put in place that people, every person needs to be with one person, but then polygamy also was there. Polygamy was practiced, you know. Hence now we even have shows on TV where they're not promoting it, but they're saying if you find yourself in that situation, we are here to help you. You know, become the middleman. But at the end of the day, it just goes with personal preference. So whatever you prefer, it's what you prefer. But don't be so close minded about what other people prefer as well. You know, because I mean, if I'm in a monogamous relationship, sure, let's do that. If I get into a polygamous relationship or polyamorous relationship, as long as we are being transparent with each other, like, look, this is what we want, this is what I want, this is what you want, and seeing that if we can't reach a consensus between us to say, okay, fine, we'll do this and that without doing this and that, then I don't see any reason for us to be together. You see? Mm-hmm. So at the end of the day, it goes back to what's the most important rule about relationships: communication.
But for the folks, before we got derailed and we spoke about 1,000 things, monogamy is basically the belief of I have to be with one person at one time, and I'm committed to that one person at one time. So that's what monogamy is. Forever. But let's get into the tea.
But then what happens? So
let's get into all the teas, because I now, when I was speaking about someone stepping out of the relationship, it comes now to this thing of, are people okay with open relationships? Because that also just breeds in a new wave.
The thing with open relationships
It breeds. I'm just gonna say from personal experience, an open relationship, I don't think so. I don't think so. And it's not because, yes, my open relationship experience was bad. I'm just saying, at one point, I was like, what? What the hell? And, okay, I will put it this way. Was I closed-minded because it was my first love?
Oh, that one. Oh, okay. I get it now.
But he was not my first love. He was like my first serious love, let me put it this way. Because I mean, before him, I was with someone. Yeah, but I'm saying with him,
some people.
Yeah, and that's someone also with some people. Anyway, what I'm saying is, because with that person, it was a first serious
situation,
relationship for a very long period of time, for 3 years to be exact. When you knew of other players in the game, and you knew what hold they have on your partner, you get to the point where you're like, excuse me, what am I doing here? CD. If this is how you feel, then I don't think you need to string me along.
Okay, but wait, can I ask something before you continue?
Go ahead.
Open relationship, does it mean you are open to date other people, but you know where home is? Or does it mean you are open to sleep with other people for your, I don't know, personal sexual gains?
Okay, from the basics that I've known, what is an open relationship? It means that yes, I'm with you. However, we are allowed to step out of me and you and be with other people as well. But just know that it began with me and you. So home is still home.
So it will still end with me and
Home
you.
will still end with us, should we choose to end home with us. But there is a house that has our name on it,
Houses that
title
has
deed.
our names.
Yeah,
Okay.
title deed. So
Uh-huh.
there's a house, there's a title deed, has my name and your name,
Mm-hmm.
and we own it. But you don't have to be at home. You don't have to stay home. But you
Okay.
also have to always show up at home. But you don't have to be at home. It's like, yes, I'm with you, but I'm also gonna be with other people outside of this relationship. And you gotta be okay with it because I'm also telling you, go forth and conquer other people outside. Basically.
Mm-hmm. But I don't know. Maybe it's just like we
It's
said,
preference.
like I said,
Preference.
preference, personal experience, and personal opinions. Um, I'm not comfortable with the whole open relationship thing. And with open relationship, it's just you're basically giving it to them like you give it to me. Not to quote Beyonce or anything, but just saying it like that, like, you know, giving it to them like you're giving it to me, the same way that you're giving it to me. And I'm not saying I don't want that. I'm just saying, I mean, it's like a, I don't know. For some people, not to digress, but just to pull examples from other conversations or different topics, is that when you're a parent and you have kids, you can't raise them all the same.
That's true. It's
You
impossible.
raise
It's
each
impossible.
child
To the
based on their strengths and weaknesses, and I feel like it's also this. It has to be the same with relationships, whatever type of relationship that you have. It's a if it's an open relationship, for me, it's just basically saying I can actually leave you at home and go out on a date when you expecting for us to have a date at home. But also at the same time, it's similar to other forms of relationship that include more than, well, the two people involved.
and
So yeah,
and
I
to
don't
the
know.
TMs that are listening, to the TMs, an open load does not mean. Sorry, not open load. I meant an open relationship doesn't mean NSA. So when y'all get on that orange app and type NSA, we don't mean an open relationship. We mean
No strings attached.
not NSA, sweeties. But anyway,
Yeah, but it could still be that. It could still be that. I mean, from what I've seen so far, open relationships have always been just go out there and sow your royal oats, basically.
now that we've cut to our commercial break, I just want to thank our generous sponsors today, which is Bleep. Now, if you want to know what Bleep is an app where you are allowed to create video content. And if video content is your thing, this is what you need to get into. And what's amazing about this is that whatever videos you create, you're able to get paid for it. Currently, one of the channels that is on this app, which is BET Africa. So if you create any video and BET Africa really loves what you're doing, you get paid for it. Simple as that. So take the opportunity to watch the next clip about Bleep, and don't forget to check the link in description. The links are on my description box. Do check them out. And do download the app and create content because it is 2020. We need bags. We don't need a bag. So get the coin. What's good,
good, everybody? My name is Teboho Lengane, and I'm an MTV-based VJ presenter. I'm an artist as well. I'm a fitness enthusiast. I'm a fashion enthusiast as well. Definitely that. And I'm just a person that likes sharing anything in regards to art, and I love, making sure that obviously through my story, I get to make sure that, we just inspire a whole lot of people out there.
Yo, what is up, guys? My name is Teboho Lengane. I'm a content creator, fashion and fitness enthusiast, creative director, and a model from time to time. Welcome to Mold of Creations, where I'll be showing you guys what I'll be getting up to. Stay tuned. Peace.
And that's how it is, baby. So basically, if you guys actually want to get like a taste of this lifestyle, you want to be a part of it as well, it is a community afterward, make sure that you actually download the Bleep app, come alive with that. Also find us on social media as well, Teboho Lengane, and it's Bleep as well.
And we are back from the commercial. All right. I just wanna. Okay. I just wanna ask something because we touched on NSAs quickly, and I'm gonna touch on an app that we all know, all the TMs know, which is Pokemon Go. An NSA is no strings attached. For people that don't know, NSA means no strings attached.
Just means I'm looking for someone to have fun with.
Yeah, literally, and nothing more. Do you also think that this is why people in open relationships do that? Like, they would do NSAs just because, they're in an open relationship? Because some don't actually do the whole, if I'm treating you this way, I'm going to treat everyone else that way. They're just outside in the relationship just because of sex.
Here's the thing. My problem with that is, if you're going to step out of a relationship to get sexual pleasure from someone else, don't you think it's best if you just try to work it out with that person that you're with? Wait, listen firstly.
No,
Because I feel like here's the thing.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I hear what you say.
No, wait. Here's the thing with... I believe that sex is like... Sex is like food. If you want it to be bad, it can be bad.
If you want it to be good.
If you want it to taste good, it can be good. And like scrumptious. Do you get it?
Yeah.
It's about how much effort you put in it. And food differ. You have your basic sandwich, you have your, your 3-course meals, you have your just different types of food. I'm just saying, like, how would you like to have your food on that particular day? Do you feel like just having a sandwich today? Do you feel like having just like, 3-course meal or just 1-course meal, which is like just the main course only? So sex is like that. It's all about how much effort you put into it. And I will not, going back to the food example, I will not expect food to just assemble itself over there and then I'll enjoy thinking, oh, if it tastes bad, then I'll blame it on the food. I'm the one who has to prepare the food. And even with sex in a relationship, it's a give and take situation. So you prepare the other person prepares you as well. Like, it's just that thing of making sure that the person is within that space where when you guys are done, you can both say, wow, okay, that was it. And then some days you just wanted to take the edge off, like just like your quickies and whatnot, and that's when you just have your basic sandwich, because it's like what there's someone that I know calls some food anyways, yeah, no, it's fine.
I want to go back to what you were saying at the beginning, and I want to say that this is another from experience but preference type of thing from experience. We know someone who deliberately dates a person and lures them in
For the sexual experience.
for the sexual experience and will not throw you out, but being with you, saying that I am yours, will go outside and have multiple sexual experiences, but still keep you in the dark because that's
Is
how they
this the-
operate. Uh, you know what I'm talking about. I don't want to say the person's name, but we know that person. You've had an experience with that person, but
Yeah,
I'd
that's
say,
hence what I just.
yeah, I
said.
know, but I was just saying.
You know, here's the thing.
And it's not like that person is the only person that does it. There are people like that act that way, that are like, hey, I want to be your, and this is where I just want to come into, you know what, guys, as I can see, we can talk about monogamy and polyamorous relationships. I want to talk about it in the gay world. I want to talk about in the girls, like what girls go through, because girls go through the girls, not the GIRL, the GURL. What the girls go, the dolls, the girls, what they actually go through in actual
But at the same
relationships
time, we
in
put
in
each
the
other through
community.
those things.
We do, but this is like I feel like. I feel like I feel like being gay, you have to go through a ring of fire before you get your happy ending. And it's the most annoying thing because it's like, if you've never been through the ring of fire, then great. That's a cute life for you. But if you haven't been through the ring of fire, then you don't know what you don't know. Because I don't want to lie to myself. I think I don't know which ring is this. Maybe it's the 6th, 7th ring of fire that I'm in. But I know I'm not gonna get my happy ending yet.
The thing with me is just that we are sexual beings. And I know someone might say or think or believe or hear me just saying a bunch of things that somehow contradict themselves, but at the end of the day, it's just different opinions on different things like polyamory, polygamy, other forms of relationships, open and monogamy. It's just for this one. Yeah, sure. It's okay to have loved and lost in life, but at the same time, it's not something you should go out seeking, saying, "Oh, I need to love and lose so that I can be better for the next person." Oh no. We never get into a relationship saying, "Oh, now I want to improve myself for the next person." Unless if you're really, really heartless, then it's like, nah.
Unless you're a sociopath. Unless you're a sociopath.
We know quite a few of those.
I do. I do. I can mention them.
I do.
But not on record, off the record. That will be an exclusive.
The name is...
Sign up to my OnlyFans. Imagine, I'm not even that brave. Oh my god. No, it's an exclusive, but it will come out later this year. In depth. With the same guest that I have
The only
currently.
thing we can give you is take an oath in the court of law.
Yeah.
Put your right hand where?
Anyway,
Anyways, yeah.
I just want to say, okay, let's just talk about what I just touched on, which is like the Ring of Fire, and I'm gonna talk about like one personal experience, and then I hope you can also talk about your own personal experience, but I hope that we can diverge it, and actually exhaust this damn situation, but I think it's common things that happen.
As long as no one is going to cry, because I don't think I'm going to cry.
No one is gonna cry. But I'm just saying that
situations.
it feels like these are like, if you are gay, you have to have gone through this. Because if you're not gay, then it's like a rite of passage, similar to the person being a rite of passage.
An obstacle course.
Period. Okay, I just wow, there's so many experiences. Which one should I give?
For example.
Actually, that's great because I think that is one of my current issues that I'm actually going through emotionally, and it's tearing me apart in a way.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna say I've noticed.
No, besides, but I've had a similar situation, and it's literally on the other side of that bridge.
Yeah. But let's take for example. Let's take examples. Currently, I
Oh
am.
yeah, example is it's a person's name. So yeah, it's not an just like
I will give the person.
theoretical or
I will give the person a name.
hypothetic, but
I will give the person a name for this because I have to explain it. So, for example, I have been talking to a person by the name of Mark, and I've been talking to Mark for probably a couple of months now, and the connection is there, the vibe is there, everything is what I would perceive it as. Oh, everything is good. You know, we've ticked off all the necessary boxes that we need to tick off: communication, nudes, uh, not intimacy per se, but like a sort of like understanding and constant communication. Like we've ticked all those boxes, and I'm like, okay, great.
the basic first
The
steps
basic
of a new relationship:
is communication.
talking, getting
Yeah,
to know each
each other,
understanding what the person is all about,
About.
and those things. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I was there to witness all of this. But okay, let's carry on.
Yeah, as I was saying, you know, like the little things are ticked off.
Mm-hmm.
I know who you are. I know where you are. I know what you do for a living.
Checking in.
You know, like I know everything, so I'm good. So it comes to a point where now I'm like, okay, this is great and all, but now I need more. As in, I want physical interaction with you. I'm sick and tired of a telecommunicative relationship with you. And when I want this from you, you don't want to give it to me. And like you're hiding away. And I think also what annoys me is that whenever
It's good that you said hiding away instead of shying away, because at least someone can, when you're very shy, you can always try and step out of your shell.
no, this is not shy.
Literally hiding
This
away.
is not shy.
Yeah.
This is
That's what
hiding.
I'm saying. I like the fact that you said hiding away.
But you're hiding away when I want the physical connection with you, the intimacy and everything. And it gets to the point where I've reached the point with Mark where I'm like, okay, you're not gonna give me what I want. And I know what I want. Unfortunately, in this situation, I have fallen in love with the idea of being with Mark. I have fallen in love with the actual person that I've been talking to, and it's not enough. Like the love that I have, the love that I can express, it's not enough. I actually want you to meet me halfway and give me the full thing, because so far you've been so amazing, you've been so great, you've been forthcoming so much about you.
It's like you're good on paper.
Like you're amazing on paper. Now you can't perform.
Exceptional on paper.
Anyway, it's like you're amazing, but
And it's worse that you actually keep on seeing this person around, but you can't even have like a conversation with
I
them.
can't have a conversation with you
Face to face.
face to face, and it's like it's annoying that I know where you're at. Like I know I can pull up if I want to pull up.
Pull up, baby, feel lonely.
Copyright. But yeah, I can pull up if I want to pull up. But you don't want to give me the courtesy. You don't want to give me the invitation. And every time I say, hey, you literally just hide yourself and you go into a corner. But once a day has like brushed over, you come back and you're like, oh yeah, I'm here. It's everything. And it's like, okay, I don't know. I'm sick of it, because it's putting a strain on me. because I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay, I know I'm not the issue. I am not a problem. I know me. I know what I want and I know
The
what
issue
I
is
desire.
the emotional
The
maturity.
emotional is what I think has me on the other side of why is this issue literally bothering me, because I'm like, okay, if I want you to let me know something. If you don't like me, let me know. If you like me, let me know. And the thing is, you do not want to let me know. You want me to sit in this confusion, because it's easy for you to text me, I love you. Or it's easy for you to text me,
Wait,
hey,
you texted I love you.
I'm not saying I love you per se, but it's easy for you to text
Something implying that.
something implying that, or something implying that you want a future with me. You know, it, it's it's exhausting, and I'm at the point where I'm like, okay, I know what I want. Are you gonna give me what I want? And even if I
Can you
ask
just
you,
highlight firstly that I dodged the bullet with that one?
okay,
Thank God
first
the
of
universe
all,
was just working in my favor.
first
I'm
of
sorry to
all,
you, but I
I am
dodged the
going
bullet
to
with
also
that one.
add the scenario. Teboho actually liked Mark before I never liked Mark. Let me put it this way. I never had a crush on Mark.
You never knew Mark.
I never knew Mark. I never noticed Mark. It's you that noticed him. It's you that had a crush on him. And Mark, I pushed. I had,
Unfortunately, I
being
was
the
just
friend that I
not.
am, I pushed for the and Mark to be together. I was like, no, you need to get this person. This person is yours. This is for you. This is for us. We winning. And unfortunately, the world does not want to participate in
No,
things
it's
of life.
classic. It's classic.
And I was like, okay, you don't want to participate. But
Bad tendencies,
unfortunately,
but it's okay.
Mark
No, it's
decided
just.
to have
I
a
remember
conversation with
I
me.
remember he said I was not his preference,
At the
and at the
time,
time I was just like,
at the
yeah,
time
thank
he
God.
said
Okay.
you are not his preference, but I think there's with Mark there's so many loopholes that I'm like, your story doesn't stick, but it's okay, see. So yeah, it's just, I'm at the point where I'm like, I want for you to let me know that you don't like me, and if you don't like me, let me go. Because at some point in this conversation with Marks, I feel that I am a comfort zone for you.
Okay.
Like, I'm always gonna be there for you when you want me to be there for you.
And when I what's
It's a vice versa when I want the person to talk to me. They will talk to me, and they're available for me. But I'm tired of being a question for you. Like, I'm done being the soft spot for you. It's like, it's annoying, and I just want you to say, okay, I don't see you that way. I see you this way, and if you see me that way, great. It's like, it's amazing, because I can do things I want to do with my life, because I feel like at some point I'm also holding back in certain things, because I'm like, what if Mark decides to change? What if Mark says, okay, I really want to be with you? So you have those questions and those doubts and everything within yourself, and you like, okay, what do I do now? Like, where do I move on? And I'm at the point where I'm like, okay, cool. I am gonna it's,
you want to move on, but it's just
I want to move on,
it's not so easy.
but it's not so easy. But at the same point, me being the person that I am, I'm not petty per se, but I'm not gonna say it's petty, but being I listen, if my heart has decided to remove you out of my soul, listen, the statute of limitation is limitless. So yes, I've already created plans to trap him, so that once he's in the trap, I can come back and say, by the way, you got trapped, and the trap was set by me. And the reason why I gave you this trap is because I want to show you something. I want to show you that I am, you lie. Like, my thing right now is, you lie. You never lie so much about certain things that you've told me before. And secondly, you're not gonna give me the closure, but I got the closure, and I didn't get it in a bundle. Okay, Closure did not come in a 360 unit. It didn't come with bundles. I have the closure now because I had to catch you in a lie.
And how many inches did the closure come?
T.S. Madison once said, if you ain't rocking 22 bitches, you are. 22 inches, you're practically bald. So it has to be 22.
You're not getting the pun.
I know what the pun is, but I'm saying,
anyways,
if you're not rocking 22 inches, you are practically bald, according to T.S. Madison. But yeah, it feels like I'm not the only first gay person to go through that. We have all been through that, and I feel like that's another ring of fire. The first ring of fire that you need to go through, because there's so many ring of fires. You need to date married men, you need to date confused men, you need to date closeted men, you need to date men that are like curious. By curious men are actually the most interesting specimens on earth, and I mean
they
specimens
show
carefully.
behind the bi-curious, but they know. Because when you say curious, most of the curious type ones are the ones who are in a relationship or just exploring their sexuality, but not in a sense of like they just want to be sure about it. They already know where they stand. They just want to be sure about it. Anyway, okay, so
Quiet as it is kept. Your curious ones always want to have their peaches eaten out, and they claim to be tops. But anyway, I'm not going to
one
shade.
man's top is another man's bottom.
One Johannesburg top is always a Durban bottom. Alleged sign.
But wait, disclaimer on what I said. One man's top being another man's bottom. I'm not saying people should stick to one. I'm just saying that's how it is right now. And I personally don't have a problem with a person feeling like, oh, I can't top, or I can't bottom when I'm with this person, but I can bottom when I'm with someone else. I don't have a problem with that. I mean, it's your choice. You very much deserve, as the next person, to be sexually fulfilled and, you know, all the amazing things in whatever way possible, as long as it benefits you, it doesn't harm the other person, and you being honest with yourself. Now,
But he put it so eloquent the way that he did. But I just want to say that was like an example of a ring of fire that I went through, and I feel like these are like ring of fires for the guests to go through.
and that's the thing with Mark. We are still yet to see how this whole thing pans out, right?
Listen, that emotional setback, I'm not here for it. But what I'm here for is another ring of fire that I touched on, which is curious. So if you do have a personal story about curious people, share with the people. We love the tea.
Wow.
We love the tea.
Jeez, I seem to always fall for. They're curious for something.
Oh no.
It's different things. That's the thing. I cannot put them in a chronological order to say, oh, this one was, it was hurtful in all aspects, whatever aspect that they were curious in. I had one who was curious sexually, but that one actually I wouldn't really say it hurt me because we're good friends, like we are good friends and we talk, we help each other out when it comes to nothing that has to do with taking off our clothes, but anything that requires one's knowledge and thinking. So yeah, we're good friends, that one. We're good. So let me not even go into it. But the other ones, it was one, how it feels to be in a homosexual relationship.
Mm-hmm.
The other one was financial gain for them.
Oh.
The other one was, I don't know, I fell into that pit and it just so, I don't know who was, I don't know if I was cheated on or they were cheating on someone else with me, but either way, yeah, it's those things. But the one that hurt me the most was the one where they didn't know what they want. They just didn't know what they want. And they were trying to move away, to just, not even move away, but to, I don't know, to just ignore what is going on in their life, thinking that being with someone like myself would kind of take away whatever issues they have. And it didn't. It never did. Eventually it didn't work out. And I don't know, you know. At this point, no, here's the thing. At this point, I just feel like, go well, go shall, be merry.
Mm-hmm.
Life is not about the happiness is not a station at which you stop, but the journey itself.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but that's the one that just scarred me the most, because it came at a time when I wasn't looking for anything. Where I was not looking for a relationship. I was just happy with,
You were chilling, sweetie.
you know, just multi-dating,
Minding
you
your
know,
business.
having, you know, like just having people to talk to, you know, like today I can talk to A, tomorrow I'm talking to F, the third day I'm talking to Z, you know, and then here comes P. And P decides, oh, I'm going to come in and I'm going to make sure that all the alphabets do not exist. And knowing very well that they actually still have alphabets that they have with themselves. So yeah, it is just that thing. But other than that, I don't know. As far as rite of passage goes, no. It's just the thing of we put each other through those situations.
Irrespective
It's one,
okay.
we are sexual beings.
Mm-hmm.
One, we are sexual beings, and I'll always say this. For me, if you want to have sex with one person as long as you're still in a relationship. If you're married to different people, then that's when I can say, oh yeah, you can have sex with all of those people that you're married to. But only have sex with one person if you're not married to a number of people. Do you get me?
I
Like
get what you're
sexually,
saying.
stay with one person. Hence, I will not go with open relationships. Because if it's not sexual, it becomes a whole emotional thing, then it becomes a polyamorous relationship. But yeah. And then, I'm losing my train of thought.
I just quickly, whilst I have the opportunity, I just want to say this, and I think I'm just putting it as a disclaimer out there quickly, because as we progress, it's gonna become a bit a bit of bashing between tops and bottoms.
To be quick, because we're running out of time.
Oh. Okay.
Between tops and bottoms?
Yeah, it's gonna be a quick bashing. Actually, I think we can extend this. I think
I for myself one. Personally, I'm in no position to.
Oh no!
Bash
I'm
anyone.
not talking about that. I'm just saying, but I think it's
The only people I can bash are the ones that I've had experiences
Oh my
with.
god!
Anyone else out there, whether you're top, bottom, verse, whatever works your boat. Hey, honey, do you? That's why I don't like labels. I don't like having to explain myself to other people. Like, oh no, I'm top. No, I'm verse. No, I'm bottom. Sometimes if you feel like having a relationship with a girl today, and then the next day you wanna have a relationship with a woman, a boy, then the other day you wanna have a relationship with no one at all, you owe no one an explanation. Only the people that you are with. Anyone else out of that situation, Oh no, honey.
I'm not going to.
It's Nanya.
Just disclaimer: I'm not gonna bash anyone as going towards the future, or it may come across as bashing, but I'm not going to do that, and that's not the purpose. It's just to talk about past experiences. But I do want to say
Go
this.
and test them on the internet.
I just want to say this quickly. Two tops. Your bottoms are not your. I get that you experience, you're experimenting, but
Two
at the
tops in a
same time,
relationship.
no, I'm saying tops
Oh,
to
two
bottoms.
tops.
To the tops out there are listening.
Oh.
Bottoms are, they are delicate. They are very delicate people, but at the same time, you don't always have to leave an imprint on the person's life. Like, as you hear how things progress in our conversations when we talk about the Ring of Fire, you can also hear, like, it's like this person actually hurt you and actually damaged you. And listen, tops, we are human beings. We have feelings and we have emotions. We are not your drawing board. We're not your, yes, we're happy to help you experience and experiment. But at the same time, you're dealing with someone. So
Okay.
be
Can I just say
sensitive
something?
about it, be delicate about it, because like when you're busy now have talking about the last experiences that scarred you, I now think back about my own experiences, and it brings me to the one confusing. It was ongoing until I said no, fuck that nonsense.
Can I just say something before I lose my train
Sure.
of thought?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I think it's all about it's all about how you came to the person. If you come to me saying, "Oh, I want a sexual relationship," and I say, "When I look at you, I don't want a sexual relationship," then we can't have any form of relationship at all, unless if it's a friendship where it does not benefit one over the other. Two, it's don't lie. Come on, man. Don't lie. You know, don't be a wolf in a sheep's skin. Like, for instance, take my situation with
Someone we know.
the last encounter.
Oh.
You know who I'm talking about, right?
I know who you're talking about, and
The Sunday meal.
I just want to say that if you need context clues, look at the video for Destiny's Child on the Destiny's album that had Michelle giving vocals. That's the clue that I'm going to leave you guys with. Because Kelly's voice was nice. When Kelly was saying that, I'm not going to bash you on the internet, I'm better than that. Yeah.
Hence I said, go on and bash them on the internet, honey.
I mean,
Okay,
yes.
so if you look at my situation with that person, it's a mutual it was a mutual. Okay, let me just say mutual understanding, because it was in the past, it's in the current, it's probably in the future as well, but mutual understanding that this is what we have, and that's it. And I'm happy with that kind of setup. You know, we talk. It doesn't have the baggage of the definition of what that is, you know. So the whole having to explain it is what would thingy. But because we were so upfront about it, he was, I was, and we decided and agreed that okay, this is it. You know, this is what we're going to do. And I mean, we were not ready for other steps, but we're ready for this one. So let's just do this. It's good because there's actual understanding. The last time I spoke to that person, I think it's over a week now. It's been over a week since I last spoke to that person. You know, and it just goes to show that I'm not gonna sit and twiddle my thumbs and think about or stress about where they are, what they're doing with who and whatnot. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just the mutual understanding that I need you when I need you. You need me when you need me. And we'll be there for each other when the other needs the other. And that's it. So people need to learn to be upfront with what they want from the other person. Don't come here giving me red flags disguised
as roses.
Red roses. Because I'll think they're red roses. Whereas as time goes, they change into red flags. You know, I mean, it's not fair on the other person. Because they're expecting to have their room smelling like red roses. They're expecting the water to, you know, make them grow. Whereas, oh no, it's just red flags.
It's like what I always say, that the love, the care, the attention, the Fenty beauty, you know. But yeah, my disclaimer just came from. I just want to say to all the tops, be mindful of the bottoms that you are going to, that you're with, or that you're going to experiment with, and that's also for like curious men and anything. Be mindful, because when I look back at the Ring of Fires, I look at them as, yes, it was an opportunity for me to grow. It was also an opportunity for me to learn what different types of men I'm going to pick up in this community. Like, I'm going to meet trash niggas. I'm going to meet.
And my silence doesn't mean I agree with you. It just means
you don't have to agree with me. I'm just saying.
I'm respecting your opinion.
Yes, it's like I'm going to meet trash niggas. I'm going to meet amazing people. I'm also going to meet the most. Oh my god. You know, I'm just gonna meet a mess of people, and it's like the Ring of Fire, and like it's like you have to go through this, and I don't like it, but it's like something that happens in the community. I see kids that actually go through the Ring of Fire, and I'm like, yeah, this is not cute. This is not cute at all.
If you go there with the intention of doing something, don't go. Just be clear about your intentions.
Just be clear about your intentions. At best, be clear about your intentions so that we can have the most amazing time. Because I swear to you, had
a physical relationship that was clear from the get-go that it is just physical, can actually be one of the best relationships you've had, because it's only just physical, it's not emotional, and you find that you get so much joy from the physical part of
being with that person,
without the whole emotional baggage that comes with it. Because one, if someone says I love you and I want to be with you, and you know, I want to be there for you emotionally, whatever, in whatever aspect that you think that a person should be there for you in a relationship, and they don't live up to their promises or expectations, or your expectations of them, but it becomes disappointing. It becomes a problem. It literally damages a lot of people. But when you say, look, I just want the physical of it, you can become the happiest person in the world from just the physical of it. You know, there's people who've had years and years of just having physical relationships and they're happy. You know, it's so be upfront.
I think that's what we lack.
Be honest with yourself.
I think that's what people lack. It's not, I don't want to say integrity, it's the be upfront part about it. Because if you were upfront about a lot of things, shit, those red flags that were red roses in my head, we could have avoided it.
I always say, if a person disrespects you, it means they don't respect themselves as well. So if a person...
No, you don't have to explain it.
Yeah.
I'm not.
If a person doesn't... If you don't respect me, it means you don't respect
yourself. Because
because at the end of the day... No, besides that, I'm just trying to show you what I mean, but using those words or that phrase to say, if a person disrespects you, it means they don't respect themselves. How you see other people is how you see yourself, and how you want to be seen as well. You know, because I'm not gonna go out there and hurt a bunch of people
Because I've been hurt before.
And think, no, besides that, and think,
That was the shade.
hurt a bunch of people. Oh no, this is not aimed at anyone in particular, but I'm just speaking in general. Like, this is just me. I'm not gonna go out there, hurt a bunch of people and expect, sorry for that, and expect not to get hurt in return. Because what you put out there is what comes back to you. You know?
The universe, the law of the universe. What did he put out?
It's like when a bullet ricochets and it ricochets back to you. It's painful.
What you put out is what you will receive. What you reap is what you sow, for those biblical people. But yeah, in talking about one of the experiences that has me so much hated and pressed and bothered, it comes to the thing of straight men. A couple of years back, yeah, to be exact, not really couple, but just like maybe let's do timeline of 3 to 5 years ago. I found
5
myself.
decades ago.
I'm still young. I found myself being what started off as a.
Watched by a straight man.
I mean, no, I wasn't rushed. That one didn't rush me. That one was just, it's a mess. Like, it's a mess. And I'm sitting at the point where I'm like, you know what? I don't think, okay, you know who I'm talking about? You know the one that I said that I had the opportunity to.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Period. And I was like, your deep voice, your voice entered here, it was deep, but in between it became a soprano during the tease. What's up, sis? But anyway, that situation is long. I want to say toxic, but at the same time, too much. And I'm like, it's another thing I hate about being in the streets is the crap that you deal with. Mm-hmm. But at the end again, it's like, what are you doing on the streets? But I mean, yeah, to get to the context of it, I met someone. It was purely based on it being a physical relationship, nothing too beyond and above.
Physical contribution to each other's bodies.
Physical. And that was okay for probably the couple of months that it was in, and then got lost in translation. When I mean got lost in translation, I mean the person got lost in translation because it was like, yeah, I'm a straight man, but I like you and I want you to be here. But also, at some time, I don't want to be liking you. I want to be doing what straight men do. So there is a time and place for you in my life, but it's here. And
it is after the 2100 hour.
Period. Sometimes it will be after midnight. Anyway, it's a thing of, yes, you are here, and I acknowledge your presence in my life, and I need your presence in my life, but at this conditional. And as the years progressed, I got to see this person date multiple women, and I did not witness them getting engaged because I said, that is not the party that I am interjecting.
That man was not honest with himself.
He was not.
He was.
Because even in his marriage, he still plays with the girls. But I'm saying...
But
okay,
that's the thing. Sorry, can I just
say
something?
about that.
I've always said this, that ladies, if a guy says to you he is bisexual, and he says he wants to marry you, regardless of whatever, he's going to go out there and get himself a boy. But when he gets in a relationship with a guy, he never goes out there and seeks a girl. yeah, someone may give a point of reference by using a very, very, very lame example that of someone that if you know this person, just know that I know the person, but that one is just the weak one. But yeah, either way, so it's just a thing of
But
first things
I think
first.
what
I
you're talking
believe
about
it's
is what T.S. Patterson said, is that she said it on one of the videos that she has on YouTube. I think I'll try to link it, but if I don't, I don't. She says that men will say they're bisexual, but if we're seeing you every day of the week with niggas, baby, are you sure you're bisexual, or you just denying yourself being gay? Are you sure? Because if you say you're bisexual, better see you with girls, better see you with the boys. But if I'm only seeing you with the boys, sweetie, I think let's be truthful, face the mirror. You is a top.
can I just say something?
You is a top.
It is none of your business who the person interacts with, but unless if you're in a relationship with that person and they're lying to you, honey, just leave. No way that you can salvage that thing. Just leave.
But what was interesting with this person is that in between this relationship that we were in, they ended up trying to, not trying to, they were successfully added one of a former friend of mine in the circle, and I was like, this is my cue to exit.
In the circle, the mighty circle.
I hurt you. I hate you for saying the mighty circle. But they decided to add a friend in the circle, and I was like, sweetie, listen, it's
The
okay.
patrons sleep tonight.
When that person was added, I was like, I leave. Me, I am the door.
Me, I am Katlego.
Me, I am out. I am out because I know in hell I'm gonna stay for this foolishness. Because I'm not. Because I was like, no. Like even the offer that I was like put on the table to say, I acknowledge you as being the main person, but I'm also adding this person because I also like the person. And I'm like, okay, when you're also adding this person, what about your girlfriend? Like, where do they do that? Like, regardless, I know of what you're doing. What about your girlfriend? Because Quaz is kept.
Getting fried right now.
Because Quaz is kept. I know your girlfriend. I've seen your girlfriend. I've met your girlfriend, and I've met your girlfriend under the pretense of I'm your homie.
And I've brushed your girlfriend's baby bump.
I know your girlfriend's baby bump. Shay. I have seen your girlfriend. I know your girlfriend is. Your girlfriend also has mutual friends. So it's like, I know what you are. I know who you are. But sweetie, when you started adding this person, I exited and I was like, yeah, no, I'm good. I packed my bags and I'm like, yeah, that ring of fire was just not cute because then I'm not the only person that experienced this because fights was like, oh yeah, I've dealt with those guys that have girlfriends and they go back and forth and back and forth.
But that's the thing. Here's the thing.
Oh.
The thing is, it's unless if there's, for me, I'm gonna say this, unless if there's like a support group where you can actually point out the person who said, oh, this is what, and the group is based on your experiences of such situations. And for me, I'm not gonna quote anyone because at the end of the day, I don't know what you were telling me is the truth or not. But I will ask this before we close up. That's a freestyle. We have to. But my question is,
because we're gonna pick this up.
To all the people,
we are gonna pick this up. There will be a part 2.
To all the
but
people,
I think we're gonna
including ourselves.
Yeah.
Ask yourself this: at what point in your life do you see yourself right now? And the things that you would like to have, do you believe you are ready for them? And I mean, sometimes, yeah, we don't have to prepare ourselves for certain things, they just happen. But if it was to happen now in today, would you say you've dealt with everything you need to deal with for you to be in that situation again where you say, oh, I'm happy in a relationship, I'm over my ex and things like that. Or will the introduction or the presence of a new body in your life exhume what you thought was buried from a previous situation? So ask yourself that question and take your time, and I would really, really appreciate it if you could write up your responses on the comments down below, just to get a clear view of, the followers and how it is, how the situations what you've been through, at what point in your life you've been,
this
and
is
how this conversation has
not only
helped
open
you.
for the gays or the girls, anyone that just wants to talk about like things that have to happen or the ring of fire that they've experienced. Comment down below. We will read your comments, but we will also just continue on this topic as time goes by. But now that we've cut to our commercial break, I just want to thank our generous sponsors today, which is Bleep. Now, if you want to know what Bleep is an app where you are allowed to create video content. And if video content is your thing, this is what you need to get into. And what's amazing about this is that whatever videos you create, you're able to get paid for it. Currently, one of the channels that is on this app, which is BET Africa. So if you create any video and BET Africa really loves what you're doing, you get paid for it. Simple as that. So take the opportunity to watch the next clip about Bleep, and don't forget to check the link in description. The links are on my description box. Do check them out. And do download the app and create content, because it is 2020. We need bags. We don't need a bag. So get the coin. I would like to say this. Thank you for participating in the part one of our conversation. Part two will be coming up soon. Probably, when can I get you back in studio? Probably
Studio.
this
My
studio, sweetie. This studio, sweetie.
This is my studio.
Your studio, sweetie. When can I get you?
My studio.
Because you the
Especially
girl.
since it's the lockdown, I'm always in my. This is my workplace, so.
Listen.
No, don't worry. I'm always in.
Yeah.
I've seen
So,
you every day since the week started.
No, I've been socially distancing, everyone. I want to repeat. I have been social distancing.
Lies, you tell.
I have been social distancing. But anyway, thank you for part one. Part two will be coming up shortly, as soon as possible. But guys, do comment on the comment section. Let us know what you feel, what your thoughts are on this topic, and especially this episode. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, share the video with everyone, and don't forget that this is a sponsored podcast. So the next topics that we're going to be having are so heavily sponsored by my favorite new app, Bleep. And if you have forgotten what Bleep is, it's as a content creating app that you create videos, and if your video is amazing, it gets picked up by any broadcasting channel. So, baby, download Bleep. Make the most amazing video that you can, that you've been making on TikTok for your friends. And sweetie, if BET Africa likes it, you get to pick. They pick it for you. They tell you we like you, sweetie, and we're gonna put the coins for it. So come through for the win. So make the money, because bills are always due. The bills are always due.
Machankura.
You need to make the cash, Doira. Make the cash door.
that bag.
Secure the bag. Okay, with this 2020 being so flimsy and it being the most sketchiest year that we've ever been, you need bags. You don't need a bag, you need bags to be secure. But thank you so much for listening, and it is still me, your favorite, your iconic, your only cellist that is there, which is your favorite super skinny, average icon legend and superstar Kakao Christopher Koza. And thank you for listening to CLOUT the podcast, the episode about everything.